Is upgrading to the paid Baselane plan actually worth it, or does the free version already give you everything a landlord needs? Baselane combines banking, rent collection, and bookkeeping all in one place, but with just one paid plan available, how do you know if it's worth the switch? Well, I tested both of them to find out if Baselane's pricing for the paid tier actually saves you enough time to justify the cost, and I'll also show you how to lock it in without overpaying, so stay tuned. Now, before we get into the details of Baselane's pricing to figure out which plan fits your rental business and how to avoid overpaying, let's get one thing crystal clear first. Who is this platform actually built for? Baselane is specifically designed for independent landlords and small real estate investors who are tired of juggling Excel spreadsheets, messy bank statements, and sticky notes everywhere. The strongest thing Baselane has going for it is how it combines everything into one place. You get rent collection, dedicated landlord banking, bookkeeping, and expense tracking all inside the same dashboard. But don't just take my word for it. There's this one user here who manages about 75 tenants, so a medium-sized operation, definitely not a beginner, and he said that the software is intuitive and easy to use. He mentioned it's efficient at getting things done, especially with rent collection and other parts of the leasing process. And here's the part that stuck with me. He said that he would highly recommend it to anyone who actually needs help streamlining these tasks, even if they aren't very familiar with property management tools. This tells us that Baselane didn't assume everyone walking in is a tech wizard or something. They built it for real landlords, not software engineers. So if you're sitting there right now thinking your rental finances look like a disaster zone, and you're spending way too much time every month just trying to figure out what came in and what went out, Baselane might be your next move. It's really built for the landlord who wants clarity without complexity. Alright, now that we know who exactly this platform is built for, let's take a deep look into Baselane's pricing and break down what you're actually getting for your money. Baselane keeps it really simple with just two main tiers, and I actually appreciate that because too many options just confuses people. So let's start with the entry point, the Core plan. This one is completely free. And I know what you're thinking, nothing's really free, right? But here's the thing, I spent some months moving actual rental money through this plan, and they really don't hit you with any hidden fees or anything. The Core plan gives you unlimited checking and savings accounts that earn up to 2.63% APY. Now, compare that to what your regular bank is paying you on rental deposits, and it's probably closer to zero, right? You also get physical and virtual debit cards with spend controls, so if you have a property manager or a contractor who needs access, you can set limits and actually track where the money goes. So that alone saved me from one particularly confusing expense report last month. The banking side is FDIC insured up to $3 million through Thread Bank. I checked into this because I wasn't about to recommend something that puts your money at risk. It's all legit. They're a financial technology company, and Thread Bank is the actual bank, and your deposits are covered there. You also get property-level income and expense tracking, so instead of dumping everything into one account and guessing which property sent what, you can see each property's performance separately. The accountant tax package and Schedule E reports are included here too. Come tax time, you're not scrambling, you just download and send. And automated rent collection with reminders and late fees are here too. This feature alone is worth paying for, but in the Core plan, it's free. Tenants get reminders, you get paid on time, and late fees apply automatically so you don't have to have that awkward conversation. Now, here's something important I found during testing as well. A lot of landlords wonder if they have to open up a Baselane bank account to use the rent collection in the first place, and the answer to that is no. You can actually link an external bank account instead, but there's actually a catch worth knowing about. So collecting rent into an external account comes with a $2 ACH fee. That fee can be paid by you or by the tenant, but if you collect rent into a Baselane banking account, that fee disappears. So not so much, but it is something to note. The free plan is free, but if you want to dodge that $2 per transaction fee, using their banking side makes more sense. Here's a landlord I came across who put it perfectly. He said that the platform is really great for landlords. He mentioned being able to open virtual bank accounts, both savings and checking, and virtual Visa debit cards too. He also highlighted linking outside banks and credit cards so that you can manage transactions and books on their platform similar to QuickBooks, for example, and he also pointed out the interest on savings accounts. His final line was that he highly recommends Baselane. So that, among others, is the kind of feedback that tells you that the Core plan isn't just a stripped-down teaser, it's a legit tool for basic property management. And hey, free is a great price. But with the Smart plan, the upgraded version, Baselane's pricing starts to get interesting for landlords who want to automate even more. And, well, is it worth it? Let's find out. So, the Smart plan gives you everything in Core, plus a bunch of advanced features. And you can also start with a 30-day trial to see if the upgrade makes sense for you. So, what do you get? Advanced auto tag rules based on recipient, amount, or account. So you always pay the same plumber for a specific property, the system learns that and tags it automatically, no manual entry required. You also get an AI auto-transaction tagging to properties and Schedule E categories. This thing is really smart. It looks at a transaction and essentially figures out where it belongs without you having to tell it every single time. And then there's the AI auto receipt matching and storage. So take a picture of a receipt, the system matches it to the transaction and stores it for you. If you've ever been audited, you know how valuable this is. There's also the automated transfers for low account balances tool. You can set rules so if a property account dips below a certain amount, money moves in automatically from another account. No more manual transfers when you're busy. You also get the custom expense and income categories. If the default categories don't fit your business, you create your own. But that's not all. With the Smart plan, you also have access to balance sheets with asset, liability, equity, and depreciation tracking. This is some serious accounting stuff, and if you're growing your portfolio and you need to see the full financial picture, this matters. The Smart plan also gives you access to cost segregation to accelerate depreciation deductions, which is this tax strategy thing. Basically, it lets you depreciate certain parts of your property faster, which lowers your taxable income now instead of later. And when it comes to ease of deposits, the Smart plan also offers fast rent deposits in 2 business days. So instead of waiting for checks to clear over multiple days, the money shows up faster. Then there's also the shared access and role-based controls feature. This is huge if you work with a bookkeeper, a property manager, or a partner, so you can give them access to only what they need to see and nothing else. You also get VIP priority support, so if anything goes wrong, you don't wait 3 days for an email reply, you get help a lot faster. I also dug into how Baselane handles taxes because that is a huge concern for landlords, and the tax package here is this consolidated report of your property financials that you can share with your tax preparer, investing partner, lender, or anyone else requesting your financials. So you select the period and properties, hit download, and you get a net operating cash flow report and a ledger of transactions. Both are CSV files. They're working on adding transactions attachments soon, which will make it even better, but good start. So, when you look at Baselane pricing across these 2 plans, what you're really deciding is how much automation you want and all those extra tools. The Core plan gives you some solid tools for free, but the Smart plan saves you time by doing the repetitive work for you. And for landlords juggling multiple properties, time is money. So, is getting a Baselane subscription worth it, or is it overpriced for what you get? Well, here's my honest take after months inside the platform. If you're managing multiple properties, or if you have a team, or maybe you just hate manual data entry, the Smart plan starts to look like a bargain. Think about it this way. How many hours do you spend every month tagging transactions, matching receipts, moving money between accounts, and answering tenant questions about rent? Now multiply that by your hourly rate. If the Smart plan saves you even a couple of hours a month, it basically pays for itself. One user I found had been on Baselane for over a year, and he said in his review that the pricing is well worth it. He mentioned it helps streamline all of his investing needs, from acquisition to managing the property. Another landlord shared that they've been on Baselane for about 18 months and utilize most of the features, including rent collection obviously, on a handful of properties. Overall, they're pretty happy with it. They went in knowing it was a newer company and didn't expect everything would be perfect, but the features like no-cost banking, multiple accounts to hold security deposits and checking per property, high APYs, and built-in accounting reports made it well worth it for them. That's a pretty realistic take. No property management platform is flawless, but when the core value is there, landlords notice. Now, if you're interested and ready to get started with Baselane and want to lock in the best possible deal without overpaying, here's how to do it. Head down to the description of this video and click the link and sign up. We've worked directly with Baselane to secure the highest discount deal currently available for our viewers. This is an exclusive arrangement that gives you access to Baselane's Smart plan at the best possible rate you'll find anywhere. So hit that link and enjoy.